On for like an hour 30. I just started the stream on YouTube. Of course, you have no idea. Well, it looks like you don't either, because you're not telling me anything. I'd expect you to know what fraud you're talking about. Clearly not. I'm sorry for expecting more of you. All the delicate. You said who they was. The Somali people donated to the Democrats. I'm sure some Somali people donated to the Democratic Party. I'm not questioning that. Are the Somali people Democratic? That's an ethnicity, you know that, right? It's not like a predefined thing. GOP doing great? I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like they're doing pretty shit right now. It depends on what you mean by great. Yes, they are. Do your homework, kid. Somalis are Democrats by virtue of them being Somali. That's what you're saying. That Somali people are just Democrats because they're Somali. Holy shit. What's up with the DNA? What made them just Democrats just for being Somali? Is it something in the air? What the fuck? Not all Republicans are bad. I'm 100% in line with Thomas Massie. I am not 100% in line with Thomas Massie, but I agree that not all Republicans are bad in the same way that you shouldn't generalize 70 million fucking people that voted for Donald Trump. They're not all bad people. I agree with that generally. Yeah. What part of you is confusing to you? The fact that you're saying an entire ethnicity of people is just of a certain political affiliation because of their ethnicity. Democratic nucleic acid. What part of Somalia are you from? I am not from Somalia. Somalia, sorry. Somalia. I don't even know where that is, if I'm being honest with you. Did I say all? You're putting words in my mouth? So, okay. Let's just read through your comments, Bassman. Let's just go through it. So, the first thing you type is, Republicans are bad. How many billions in fraud by the left? The left is very broad. When you say the left, that encompasses, God knows, a lot of ideologies that tend to differ greatly, right? There tends to be vast differences in terms of what these people believe. And then I said the Somalis, and then you said they donated to the left. What does that mean? And when I asked you, by the way, do you see my comment? Yeah, I'm just going through this guy. I'm trying to shit on him. But and when I asked you, are they Democrats by virtue of them being Somali? You said yes. So how can they not be referring to the entire group? I'm confused. As of Monday, I'm no longer Republican, and I'm voting blue in November. That's great fucking news, John. I hope they don't disappoint you like they've disappointed so many others. I have faith in the Democratic Party to do the right thing. I think there's only so many times you can fuck something up before you make something different, right? Before you decide to do something different, sorry. And there's a lot of candidates across the country that are appealing to just about everybody. And it's exciting. The administration needs a check on it. I couldn't agree more. How can you say Republicans are bad when neither party cares about us? That's just not the case. I think it's easy. Listen, I can recognize why you believe that's true, that politicians are really bad and they only care about themselves and putting money in their pocket. But the truth is, 90% of the people in Congress, I'm just throwing a number out there, this is not empirically backed, are not engaging in fraud or taking bribes. I think Americans tend to make mistakes when it comes to who they vote for. But all in all, typically, by and large, the Democratic Party, at least based on what I've seen, tend to try and work towards accomplishing the goals that they promised their voter base. Even Republicans, too. Even though I tend to disagree with mass deportation, it's not like the Trump administration didn't try their hand at it, right? They're doing the no tax on tips bullshit, but I don't think it's sufficient, but they did it. The Democratic Party is now trying to vote to stop offensive assistance to Israel. They expanded access to healthcare, investments in infrastructure, manufacturing. Those things benefit the average American. Expansion of VA benefits, that benefits veterans. Were you alive when Biden was president? I believe I am older than 5 years old, sir. That's the assumption. Both parties are controlled by Israel. That's not true. If you vote blue, then you want America to become a white nation again. I have no clue how that makes any sense. I'm no longer a party voter. I select whoever is more in line with my values. I don't think anybody should be a party voter. I respect that, Shannon. But I don't know. It depends on what you mean by that. Ball versus what do you? Balls in the fucking demon? Is that a Supreme Court case? I was a lifelong Democrat until 24. I'm 60 years old. Jesus Christ. You were just checking blue because you like the color, huh? Favorite MLB team? I cannot tell you. I know what baseball, okay? I'm a Mexican, brother. We watch football, okay? Republican presidents run up big deficits despite touting being fiscally conservative. Yes, especially Donald Trump. He's at the end of his, when all is said and done, by the end of his second term, unless he introduces like a crazy, huge like expense package, he's going to be responsible for a quarter of the national debt. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I took 4 shits today. Congratulations. Biden, 9% inflation. You cannot explain to me what that is. The Democratic Party used USAID as a slush fund. You have no evidence for that. Without Republicans, there would be no America. Okay. NFL team, the Packers. Fishback for Florida, definitely not. You're Mexican. You say you watch football, and I guarantee you know nothing about it. I mean, football is in soccer or whatever. Protest, JDM. Probably JDM. Hesitant, though. Have to see how he can handle the power. I think he probably can. He's a tough guy, but it's a little tough. I'm not going to lie. It's a tough fight for JDM. Also, there's more strategy these days to get elected. Is there? I don't know if more strategy as to how to corrupt an audience, maybe. I don't know if it's actual political strategy behind these movements in the form of like actual effective policy prescriptions, rather just populist rhetoric, fucking slop. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. Holy shit, he's just requesting up. I'm going to bring up MAGA, by the way. If you're MAGA, press the guest request. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to like and share. Let's try and get to 5K likes. Need the engagement if you want to continue seeing me responding to comments, doing this shit daily. Fucking hell. And doing my thing and having MAGA come up. Republicans will force Rubio down our throats? Probably. Tel Aviv and press? Slow down there, brother. Weird thoughts. Let's see if he lives by his username. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous here. If you're on YouTube, I love you, by the way. Genuine question, is it bad I refused to vote the last election because both candidates I hated? Yeah, it's bad. How's it going? Weird thoughts. We support the President Donald J. Trump.
Good, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
I do.
Why is that?
Yep. I support what he's doing with Iran.
I have a, I'm going to make this easy. What is he doing? What is he doing with Iran?
Well, he's going for the head of the snake. I mean, who runs the Hamas and Houthis? If you keep having the Hamas going in Gaza or Palestine, they're going to keep attacking Israel, and Democrats are going to funnel more money.
So, okay. So just to understand, that you believe that's the administration's intent behind the offensive in Iran. That's what you're saying?
Oh no, there's more to it.
Okay. I think that's convenient. You're just saying that because, I'm going to push you to provide me evidence and where the administration has ever clearly stated that that's why they're attacking Iran. What is the reason? What is the reason you think the Trump administration is going to war with Iran?
Me personally, I want revenge on China for COVID.
Not about what you want. I want to know what you think the Trump administration is doing. You support them. You cannot substitute their policy with your own because you have a desired outcome. What is it that they're doing that you support?
Oh, that's simple. If he goes and takes out the leadership in Iran, it hits China right in the pockets because they have a 25-year deal that they just put in 2022 under the Obama administration for infrastructure and oil exportation. It screws them completely.
So is Donald Trump going to war to destabilize the Chinese economy?
Doesn't matter. It gets me the same outcome.
It doesn't get you the same outcome because the Trump administration is doing nothing to give you any semblance of hope that they are going to continue this conflict. Yeah. They're desperate for an off-ramp.
Who made the deal with Iran? Who made the deal in Iranian government with China?
We're talking about the Trump administration's posture. You recognize that, right?
They didn't have an agreement with dead men.
We're talking about the Trump administration's posture.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. He eliminated a lot of the guys who were involved in the original deal.
No, So the
Oh, the
Ayatollah was
posture.
replaced by his son, who is even more hardline, more radical, even with intelligence. Like they weren't prepared for anything essentially. So what are they doing right now to give you hope
Building, they can
that
get
that will be
bombed
the
up on him
outcome?
too.
So essentially, you have no clue what they're doing. You just hope they
Oh,
do something
simple.
right.
I said it.
Okay, provide me with evidence that makes you believe that that's
No, they
that's
need
why
to
they're
take out
there.
Iranian government leadership.
You know, if they just take out the
I don't
Iranian
care if it's
government.
the outcome
Oh
of
wait,
vote.
actually, hold on. You say the leadership. What branches of the Iranian government are you referring to?
I don't know which one.
I'm asking you. You don't even know how the government's structured. You're just like, oh, they're just going to get rid of the leadership and
No,
destabilize the
no,
Chinese economy.
You apparently know. You know the answer to the question. Go ahead. Educate the chat.
Well, if I know how the government is structured and you don't, why would I give you that information when I'm trying to show you that you're wrong?
Well,
That
because
make
you're
a
acting
lot.
like you know,
That,
but I don't think you do, so I'm calling your bluff. Go ahead. How's the
that
chat
is
going?
like the cheapest tactic to not have to answer my question I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I know it, but do
Well, good
you?
answer, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that smile. He looks awkward right now. He looks awkward.
Do I?
No, I called your bluff. Let's see what it is.
I'm
Educate the
not going to
chat.
tell you.
I'll simply go on the offensive. I'll say I don't know.
You
So
don't
you can
know?
educate me. Go ahead.
Wait,
I'll give you the
so
W if you can get
okay,
it. I'll defend
okay,
it in
so
front of you.
so you don't
All you gotta do
know.
is reach out and grab it.
You're getting a little uneasy here. You need to relax, compose yourself. I know you're getting pushed into a corner you don't like to be in, but
Explain it and take your W.
why would I already
Take
took
your
the dub? You
W.
have no clue how the government is structured, and yet you
I'm out
want
of the
us to
corner.
unseat the leadership when you don't know what the leadership is.
No, you didn't explain it. Explain it. You asked
Why would
me.
I
You said I
explain it
don't
if
know.
you know what the
Please
Trump
educate me.
administration is in Iran for? You already know. You're supposed to know.
He doesn't know.
No one's convinced, bro.
Oh man, he doesn't know. He
Literally
called a bluff.
nobody's
Hold
convinced by
on,
this,
Now
bro.
he's folding. Now he's folding. Look at
Listen,
that awkward smile.
I will say the structure
Look
of
at his
government.
awkward smile,
I
dude. That's gotta be sad to have that.
Yeah, you can't
recorded.
control yourself. You're pride.
Oh, are we gonna make a
So
generalized statement now? We
so
gotta try. Yeah, I'm glad
generalized
I'm screen
statement.
recording this one. This one's funny. You
Okay,
tried your own
so
use and jumped from the
so we
screen.
can either end the conversation right here, and I'll just kick you off, and then say the structure of government, or
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
Ron, go
try and
ahead.
answer my question. I'm giving you two
You
options
gonna
here.
tell
I'm
me
really not
Google it?
concerned with having you
You
up
gonna
here.
Google it?
Not touching the keyboard. It's pretty loud as well. You hear that? Pretty
Oh,
sure you hear it.
I know, because
Yeah.
you look stupid now.
Not touching the keyboard. As a matter of fact, I'll close my eyes. So I just want you to tell me, pick one of the two options. Either I kick you off and explain the structure of government, or you engage with the conversation and simply admit that you don't know.
Well, I'll sit here, and when you get it wrong, I'll correct you, Junior. How does that work?
All right, bro, get out of
You
here,
wanna do
man.
that?
Like, I don't know. You're like 40 years old and you just can't accept that you don't know. It's like totally fine, right? It's totally fine. Okay, I'll close my eyes. So there is an elected body. Hold on. There is an elected body, right? Made up of a parliament, a president, with no real decision-making power. The de facto decision makers is the IRGC, which is the counter to the actual military body, because they wanted to protect the revolutionary core following the 79 revolution. Then it's the Ayatollah, the religious cleric, the supreme leader, who is considered to be the ultimate decision maker, but there's a lot of information. I don't tend to believe that. I believe it's more of like a co-op relationship between him and the RGC as a means to remain in power and things like that. I can go into detail if you like. And there's also the Guardian Council, which goes through some kind of elected process and are responsible for a lot when it comes to at least the Ayatollah. They have a pretty strong relationship. Can you tell me what I got wrong? Just waiting for you in the chat, brother. Waiting for you in the chat. Want to know. The governor of Florida, and then we have Bernie Sanders. Now, someone tell him he didn't even come close to a theocracy. When a religious... Bro, I'm not even going to engage with what you just said. I don't think you know what I said. When I say A religious cleric is at the head of state. What do you think that fucking means? What the fuck? Bro is so lost in the sauce. Oh my god, he doesn't even know the structure of government in Iran. You don't know that there's a president, do you? You don't know that there's elected officials? Bruh. I guess. Bruh's a nice smile. Thank you so much, liberal. Ron DeSantis, there's something wrong with your internet. Fix that shit in Florida, liberal. Pass some legislation. Bernie! You better be MAGA. I'm going to kick you off. Are you a Trump supporter, Bernie?
No, I'm an independent, and I'm listening to you.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but you're an independent.
But let me finish. I voted because the alternate choice was a disaster.
Come on.
Because due to the Democratic Party's lack of a decent electoral process and putting up a decent candidate. That's why he won.
Okay, so I'm assuming. Listen.
Democratic try to fool America that Biden was all well and all good, and everybody knew he was not running the country. So instead of being anti-Republican, I'm an independent.
Okay, that's enough. I understand. I understand what you're saying. Okay, so
you get it?
I'm assuming. No. Let's slow down. I'm assuming you've read through Kamala Harris's policy prescription, correct?
Oh my God.
Did you?
Kamala Harris does not have any policy prescription. It was given to her, written to her. She doesn't.
So if
are you going to defend Kamala Harris?
What are you saying? It was wait. Slow down.
Are you saying that Kamala Harris?
Slow down. I think legitimate in what sense? What do you mean by legitimate?
That she was prepared to run the country. Why did not the Democratic Party put up and have primaries and give somebody else a chance of and instead of anointing her? This was fixed.
No, it wasn't. Slow down.
Fixed.
So, first of all, I will gladly address that. I will. But first, we need to go over the fact that you voted for Donald Trump because the DNC.
I'm a little older than you. Okay?
Listen. We're not gonna. You're old. Oh, hold on. If you're older, then you have probably had triple the amount of conversations that I've had in my life, and you know. Slow down, Bernie. Listen, you need to control yourself. You need to control yourself. You need to control yourself. You need to control yourself.
Let me finish.
You just interrupted me. You want to bring in you want to bring in wisdom into the conversation in your lived experience. I'm sure your lived experience has shown you that a conversation goes nowhere if people are just interrupting one another. So how about you let me finish? How about you let me finish my thought, and then you can engage with what I said, and then we could progress along throughout the conversation. So you said, just to understand, you said that you voted for Donald Trump because the DNC did not hold primaries following Joe Biden stepping back.
I'm not going to answer.
Go for it. Yeah.
That's just one of the reasons. That's not the reason I did it. It's not tit for tat.
Okay.
There's another reason.
What'd you say is the primary reason?
Because I think in his crazy mind, and I know that he says crazy things, he does care about America, and he wants to do the right thing.
Okay.
And the Democratic Party has not done this for years.
That's not true.
And they've ruined it. Why have the Democratic Party
I say Democrats are partially
why was Donald Trump
okay
able to win two elections? Why?
Okay.
Answer the question. Tell me how he did it.
Well, you asked me two questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Answer. Which one would you like me to answer?
How did he win in 2016?
I think for the same reason he won in 2020. I'm just joking. For the same reason he won in 2024, it's poor messaging.
Poor messaging.
Poor messaging. Well, in the case of 2016, it was. It all comes down to messaging on the Hillary campaign side, but I think in 2024 there was more external factors at play apart from Democrats' just inability to continue to push and win support from the voters after Joe Biden took office in 2021.
Well, I sort of agree with you. In 2016, I think that everybody thought she was going to win and took it for granted, and things came out at a time, who knows, and she lost. I couldn't believe that he won. But he did win. And what happened as soon as he won? The Democrats decided lawfare all the way, whatever they're going to do, peach, disrupt.
What?
Now, let me tell you what happened. Oh, no, I'm not defending it. What caused
Okay.
the problem is caused the people in this country who are not dumb to see what was going on. And they saw Biden, who was not really running this presidency, which for 4 years
Okay.
the media was trying to focus that he was. And then
He
as soon
was.
as they pushed him out, they all of a sudden turned on him, and they put Kamala Harris into a position to run the most powerful position in the world, and not giving other people a chance in a primary. It was all set. You could have had a primary, got
No,
Joe
you couldn't
Biden
have.
out of there earlier,
No.
and put some people a chance.
So
You
Joe
anointed her with no option.
Joe Biden ran. Joe Biden was supported, and it was up until the first debate he had with Donald Trump, where the Democrats as a stop, where the
Before that, you
Democrat,
didn't know that?
where the
Before he had that debate,
No,
you think
that-
he was sane?
I think Joe Biden, even after that debate performance, is probably more there mentally than Donald J. Trump. I can say that comfortably. So I think it's important. It's
Well,
important.
then we have a big issue. If the
No, we
whole-
don't
if
have
the
a.
whole country
Yeah,
didn't
actually, we
believe
do have a
it,
big
though.
issue. That we do
No,
have a
because
big
the
issue.
The country didn't think what you thought.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to ask you. So Donald Trump, every single time he's presented with an executive order, doesn't even know the contents of that executive order that he's about to sign.
Okay. Let's forget about naming.
Wait, what? I'm not doing.
That's
What do
not
you
the
mean?
point here. You're
Donald
making
Trump
up
has
stuff.
taken
You're making
3
up stuff.
mental competency exams in the span of a year. Do you think that's normal for
I
a
wish I had
president
the
that's
energy.
all there?
I'm not a big supporter of Donald Trump. I don't agree everything he does.
Bro, you voted
But
for
one
him.
thing I can tell you, he's got the stamina of a 20-year-old,
Def-
not like Biden.
What?
Guy's working.
If your issue was having a coherent, mentally stable young candidate, you would have voted for Kamala Harris. What confidence
No
did?
way.
Slow down,
she
slow
was-
down,
I
slow
don't have
down.
to-
I'm
I
not
don't have to
done.
use
I'm
the
not
word-
done.
the word
I'm not done
salad,
talking.
the
I'm
word
not done
salad.
talking.
What about
I'm
the
not done
word
talking.
salads? I'm not doing
Wait, hold on.
that.
If you want to use like cool metaphors and shit, if Kamala Harris
No.
would stop, if Kamala Harris would give you a word salad, Donald Trump would give you a bucket of shit. What? Can you explain to me from their debate what policy position did Donald Trump clearly state?
I'm just bringing, instead of going back and forth, she lost. Why?
No, we're not doing that. No, we're
Why
not doing
did
that.
she
I want you
lose?
to defend your position.
Why did
You're
the
saying that
people of
Kamala
this
Harris and
country
Joe Biden
vote
were
for Donald?
incoherent
You know-
and mentally unstable. I want you to defend that position because I think it's wrong.
I'm saying that the
What?
Trump
What?
won
No, we're not
because
doing
the
that.
People saw they've been
No, we're not
manipulated
doing
by
that.
the
They've been
Democratic
manipulated.
Party-
I agree they've been
by the
manipulated. That's
Democratic
true.
Party for
No,
the
that's not
last
true.
8 years.
You don't really sound like an independent. I'm just going to be honest. So
I
I
am.
I want you to tell me what policy position did Donald Trump have in that debate?
What do you mean policy position? What are you trying to point out?
The things he wants
was
to
trying
pass
to-
as president
first
to
of
make
all,
the country a better place?
The immigration policy. Close
Okay,
the
what's
borders, let
okay?
everybody in, the
How
border
how
crisis.
how?
What do you mean how?
You can't. You know,
Has the
just
border
saying.
been closed?
You know, just say no.
Has-
You know, just saying
has
I'm
the
gonna close the
fact that
border.
Joe
I'm
Biden
gonna close the
represents letting all
border.
these millions of people.
He didn't
was
let in all
closed.
these people. They illegally came into the country. But
Oh,
that's
really?
yes. But
They
we're not getting
legally-
away from this. We're not getting away from this.
We didn't go legally. Did they show up?
Yeah,
Did they come up and show up to their court
the
appearance?
majority- the
Or
maj-
they get in? Did they
Wait,
automatically
what do you mean they just showed up to their
sanctuary
court
cities? They
appearance?
Go ahead of the line.
You don't know what
for
that is
people who
either.
go
You don't know
legally?
what that is. You don't know what that is.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
What is a sanctuary city?
Sanctuary cities like New York, California, where they get
Yeah,
ahead of the
California's
line,
not a
where
city,
they'll
that's
get
a state.
Hotel room, they'll get a Medicaid card.
That's not
they'll
true.
Get even a driver's license and the money in a card, and they don't even have a legit. They don't have a green card. They have nothing.
So, actually, you don't need a green card to be admitted into the United States. These individuals show up at a port of entry.
Why
Well,
should
okay,
they
so
come in
you asked
while
me a
people are
question, and I'm about to
waiting?
respond to you. You can't just ask
But
me
I wanna
another
finish my
question.
answer, 'cause you didn't answer.
Answer
Why
to a
do they
question?
get to go to the head of the line of people waiting to leave.
They're not going through the head of the line. They are illegally coming to the country. We do not provide
Can you
illegal. Slow down. Stop talking.
Is the-
Control
what's the
yourself,
law?
bro.
What's the law?
Asylum is a legal
Rule
pathway
of-
to
that's
residency
not
in America.
asylum seekers.
Are you saying that
Everybody is
the
asylum
stop
seekers?
talking? No, not all. They could be looking for another kind of protected status or temporary residency in this country.
All innocent,
But
innocent poor people.
I didn't say that, but asylum is a legal pathway to residency in this country.
Correct.
You recognize that? Yes,
That is, they
correct.
have to go through
And,
a
and
process.
and stop talking. Yeah, they do. What's the process actually? What do they do first?
They have to go to the court. They have to go.
No,
they file-
wrong,
they have to
wrong,
go,
already wrong, already
file
wrong,
papers,
wrong, you're
go in
wrong,
front of-
wrong,
and then come back.
wrong,
And they have to go for
Wrong.
become a citizen. Do you know
Wrong.
the process is?
Wrong.
What's the process to become
Asylum
a citizen?
seekers do not come citizens. I know the process. I was not born in this country. I'm a naturalized citizen. I know the process. But asylum is a different procedure. So I want you to tell me what's the first step to becoming an asylum seeker in this country. It's okay to say you don't know.
Are they all come for asylum? There are people who came for asylum. What about
Stop.
what
Oh my
about
God,
all
dude.
that
You need to
came
engage with what I'm
across the
saying.
Mexican border, sneaking through, not showing up, and just filling
Bruh.
themselves into society.
So
What about those?
are you referring to gotaways?
You know how many gotaways are there?
The estimates are ranging from 2 to 3 million. That's according to the Department of Homeland Security.
Oh, I guess that's not a number. That's not a lot of people, right?
It's a lot. It's a good amount of people, but it's
And
not
you
as
don't think it affects
significant.
this country?
No, not in a significant amount, no.
Okay, is there a rule of law?
There is rule of law, and I respect it. But I don't want to get away
Those
from this.
gotaways
Hold on.
didn't have the
They
rule of
violated the
law?
law. They violated the law. But I don't want to get away
What
from this.
happens if
We
somebody
can
violates the
readdress
law?
it. We can readdress it. I will gladly cover the rule of law. That's actually what I'm most passionate about, apart from immigration and econ. But you mentioned that immigrants would be shipped off to sanctuary cities like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. You know,
They did.
how,
I'm in New York.
they were not sent there because they wanted to go. They were shipped off by Governor Greg Abbott of Texas against their will, and that is the largest. Stop talking. That is the largest.
Now
That is
they
the.
get away
They did
with
not have a
where
choice.
they must
The
go.
asylum seekers did not have a choice. That was the largest scale human trafficking ring ever in American fucking history. As a matter of fact, yeah, you're not gonna be able to refute
No,
it
they got
because
to
Greg
New York.
Abbott.
They got to
Stop
New York.
talking. Stop talking. Greg Abbott.
York in their
Greg
hotels,
Abbott.
in their
Greg
hotels.
Abbott. Stop talking. Greg Abbott.
him.
Greg Abbott has it on his. Now, human trafficking is good. Greg Abbott has it on his
It's not human
website.
trafficking,
It is
buddy.
human trafficking. I hope you know that the man that killed Sheridan Gorman, the woman that the Trump administration is using as a weapon to paint all illegal immigrants out as violent criminals, was sent to Chicago against his will by Greg Abbott.
gonna pick-
And when the governor's office,
case
and when the
by
governor's
case.
office, and when the governor's office,
take it
and when the
case
you're not
by
stop
case.
talking,
As
and when the
usual, your
stop
argument.
talking, and when the governor's office was approached by the media, they couldn't even find out whether or not it was them or an NGO that they were collaborating with that sent him off to Chicago. That was poorly managed. There was no communication, and they sent 100,000 people to a bunch of cities across the country without collaborating with local or state officials. That is disgusting. That is an example of Republicans wielding a humanitarian crisis as a political weapon, and it worked. And you were fooled by it, and you were under.
I was fooled by it.
You were fooled by
I'm
it.
affected by
Tell me
it because,
exactly by
$5
Republicans,
billion
by
to New York,
Republicans.
right?
So I just needed to tell me. You thought that the Biden
is not a
administration, you
Republican
thought that
city.
you're not listening to what I'm saying. You need to listen.
I
I'm
hear
so,
what you're
no,
saying.
you're not. No, you're not.
Busy anti-Trump.
I'm not even talking about Trump. I'm not talking about Trump. We're talking about Greg Abbott.
No matter what.
Now I'm anti. That's
They
not true. I'm not
couldn't-
anti-Republicans.
they
I
couldn't do
respect
anything
Republicans.
right.
I respected Mitt
couldn't do
Romney.
anything right.
I respected John McCain. I respect these people. They have way better policy than Donald J. Trump. That's for fucking sure.
about John
Donald
Kennedy?
Trump.
Respect John
Donald Trump.
Kennedy?
Donald Trump is a fucking poison to this country. But we're not talking about
respect
Trump.
John
We're
Kennedy?
talking about Greg Abbott. You were fooled
You
by
respect
Republican.
John
You were
Kennedy,
fooled.
Senator
You're
John
just,
Kennedy?
bro. You're like, I don't know how old you are, but I'm sure earlier you mentioned wisdom. You must have learned the skill of listening and learning at some point in your life.
But you're screaming.
I'm
You're
screaming
busy
because you don't stop
defending-
interrupting.
No, you don't let me speak. You're in. Boom.
How many
So let's
times have
take-
you interrupted me?
Okay. I'm going to be quiet. You go. and I'll
Okay.
respond.
So you fell victim to Republican propaganda because you believe that the Biden administration was sending 100,000 illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities where they were given free food, free housing, a free phone, and that's not true. These people were sent to these cities against their will by Greg Abbott. He has it on his website. I have the Google screen if you want me to show you, actually.
You don't have to
Greg.
tell me. I know he did.
No, you don't. Clearly not, because you thought that it was
Yes, I
Biden.
do.
You thought it was Biden.
No. Biden caused the problem to begin with.
Biden caused the problem when it was the Texas governor that
No,
sent
Texas
these immigrants to
governor sent
sanctuary
them.
cities?
Texas governor sent them.
Yeah, and that's what
were
resulted in all these. No, that's not true. No, I live in
were
Texas. No,
overwhelmed.
stop. That's not true. I live in
no, it's not
Texas.
true.
We have expensive infrastructure for immigration detainment. We are connecting the United States to Mexico. What do you mean? You think we're not going to be prepared for immigration? Are you serious?
Well, California.
Maybe you could have collaborated with the Biden administration.
California?
So right here, Texas
about
transports
California?
over
Put them in.
100,000 immigrants to sanctuary cities. This is the office of Governor Greg Abbott. He's
Okay.
boasting about it. And that's resulted in the murder of American citizens and destabilizing those cities' economies. Those individuals need to be housed in buildings for emergency housing because it was cold and these people could have died in the freezing. You're just brushing it off.
No. Did California accept these people willingly?
Yes.
California, not a Republican state.
California
Right.
has its own immigration policy. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What does
and
California have
that
to do
got
with
them?
Texas?
What has that got? What has it got California?
Fourth largest economy on the planet. It's a pretty big deal.
Which is, wonderful
Yeah,
place to live.
that's
in,
pretty. It is
California
beautiful.
today.
Los Angeles, Oakland,
It
great
is
cities.
a beautiful place, but they
Yep.
have no money. It's the
They have
highest
a lot
place
of
to
money.
live in the world.
They have
and
a lot
they're
of
giving
money.
Everything away. So
It's
they've
expensive.
accepted all
That's
these
not true. They're not
immigrations.
giving everything away.
Right.
It's incredibly expensive to live there because everybody wants to live there. You recognize that,
Really?
right?
That-
Yeah,
is
there's
that
high
why
demand.
everybody's trying to flee New York.
People are not fleeing New York. People are leaving New York for Republican states where they don't even align with the local government because they're being priced out because the demand to live in that city is so goddamn high because
Oh,
it's a
really?
nexus.
It
Yes.
has nothing to do with the mayor of New York.
Zoran Mamdani, no, he's been in office for less than a year. How could it possibly result in everybody fleeing New York?
You know
There's
what
a mass
he's doing?
exodus.
Do you live in New York? Do you live in New
I
York?
have family that lives in New York.
Okay, so if you know what he's doing, he's a socialist, democratic, or a communist, and
He's
basically
a
forcing
socialist,
people
but he's
to
not
leave.
actually a socialist, sir. He's not forcing people to leave.
He's not
That's
a
not true.
socialist, Where,
But
now,
we cannot get away from the topic of you falling victim to Republican propaganda.
no, I think
You
hate
did.
the Republicans.
I don't hate
and
Republicans.
support the Democrats, no matter
I
how
think
dumb they
that's
are.
not true. I don't support the Democratic Party, no matter how dumb they are. I'm very upset with them. It's the Democrats' fault that the American people were blindsided. We're not informed on
and
what
what
was
are they
happening.
doing
And
to
stop
change it?
talking. What do you mean? What are they doing? They're changing. They're completely changing their policy prescription in response to the desires of the voters. Yeah.
They're doubling down.
That's not true. They're giving you Abigail Spanberger in Virginia that's raising the minimum wage, that's investing in infrastructure. They're giving you Zoran Mamdani in New York. They're giving the people what they're asking for.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sorry, but New York is going to die in a hell in a handbasket.
He's been in office for a couple of months. I don't know how you can make
Oh,
that
really?
determination.
Well, they're fleeing already because all the promises he made, he can't come through. Because he's
What
a
are you talking?
32-year-old
He's been in
guy that
office.
got
He's
a
been in
job.
office for less than a year.
You don't listen to what he's doing.
He got the universal
Whatever he
child
promised,
care.
he cannot
He's
do.
imposing taxes on the wealthy. He's doing all those
No,
things.
he's imposing tax on the middle class.
He's not imposing taxes on the middle
Can't
class.
impose. He doesn't have that power. So he came out that he's going to raise the middle class 10%.
That's not true.
on
What
real
you're
estate tax.
no
It's not
stop
true. Read it.
no slow down. What you're
You don't
referring
know
to, is Zoran Mamdani telling people what is at stake if he is not capable of taxing richer New Yorkers at the rate he wants to. I don't necessarily agree with Zoran Mamdani wholeheartedly. I'm personally not a democratic socialist. I'm a progressive. I'm a liberal. I don't have that big of an issue with capitalism.
I'm shocked that you're a progressive.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm relatively center left. I'm not the craziest, most radical person. I'm just
Oh,
I
so you're not
would consider
left.
myself to be well read. Zoran Mamdani is a progressive. I don't doubt it, but I think New York made the right decision.
Really? Well,
Yes.
it's not the people are having all the people that voted for him, which is mostly the middle class because they wanted the free buses and the free supermarkets. They've turned on him. He can't produce that. And
He's
they
been
are,
in
you know,
office for less than
complaining.
a
The regular
year.
Americans are complaining.
He can't do
telling
these
you,
things
there's gonna be
unilaterally. He's
results
not like
here.
I recognize that Donald Trump lied to you and said that he could do everything in one day,
There's
but that's
nothing
not
to
how
do with
politics
Donald
works.
Trump.
No, I'm telling you that you have this expectation that politicians just get inaugurated, they manage to get into office, and as soon as they sit down, for example, at the New York mayor mansion, that all of a sudden everything you promise is going to get passed. But that's not how it works. That's not how that works. Yeah,
the
but you're
people are fooled.
How are the
Exactly.
people fooled if it's not even over?
Because they voted for the guy and he's not coming through.
Okay, you're not
Like
listening
every
to what I'm saying.
politician. It's like every politician.
That's
They
not
say
true. It's
things
not
they're
like
gonna
every
do and they don't do
politician.
it.
Republicans give you promises that they can't keep. Democrats don't do the
Biden?
same.
Biden did the same thing. You know who?
No, he
by the
didn't.
way, who? By the way, who's the one that you know the answer to this? Who got rid of most immigrants more immigrants under his administration than Donald Trump? Who?
Obama got rid of more immigrants in 2 terms, meaning 8 years, than Donald Trump has in 1 year. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and what do you think about Obama? What he did?
I don't think mass deportations are the best, but I hope you recognize that even Obama's treatment of immigrants is very different. It's a stark contrast for the way the Trump administration is
So
treating
you're going to
people.
find it.
And just
justificates
no, hold
putting
no.
it.
It's
Oh, you
it's
justified
evident.
it.
It's evident. I'm not justifying it. I don't agree with mass deportations. I prefer amnesty, which Obama did, by the way. I think you know what DACA is.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. I just want you to know that more people are set to die in the hands of CBP and Immigration and Customs Enforcement's detention in just 1 year than 8 years of Barack Obama. You know
I'm
that?
sorry, you're really wrong. Because they
We
are
can look
not
up the numbers.
free. Once they're out of it, once they come through, they never show up, and you got to go find them. And a lot of them are innocent people. I'll agree. And a lot of people are criminals, and they're not following the law. So what do? Just say the heck with all law. Let the people that are living.
So
here
this
pay
is
taxes,
this is
suck
according
it up
to
and
this
have
is
to pay
according
for
to the American Immigration Council from the year 2009 to 2017. There was 56 deaths in ICE custody.
Is that
And
a
let's
lot?
just look at it's over 8 years. That's a lot of people, sure. In the term, but hold on, we're not done yet. Trump deaths under
I'm
ICE.
sure you're picking the right articles to feed your own.
No,
narrative.
no, that's not true. I hope you know that these people need to fact check what they're saying. This is the American Civil Liberties Union.
Oh, that's,
So-
there it goes, right there. American Civil Liberties.
So 40 people
Very
have
civil
died
liberties.
in Immigration and Customs Enforcement's detention. They are going to surpass the deaths under Obama in 8 years.
Okay,
Just
see,
one.
you're
In just
predicting-
one.
You just came up with a number. that
There's
doesn't
40 to
exist.
56.
Numbers,
There's 16
so
deaths away.
You are now predicting. You know the future. You know the future.
They're set if they continue to treat immigrants the way they have been. Obviously, it's going to be common sense, don't you think?
So what's the solution, my friend?
My
You're so
solution,
knowledgeable.
my
What's the
solution. Why did I change sources? What are you talking about? They're the same
No.
thing.
What is your solution to these problems?
Okay, but first I need you to
You're-
concede
you're
that Donald Trump.
president of
I
the
can
United States.
I can give you the solutions,
gonna do. Tell me
but
what
first
you're
I
gonna
need you to concede that Donald Trump is actually worse on immigration than Barack Obama.
I'll concede it. Go ahead.
Okay,
next.
yeah, Donald Trump sucks. He treats these people with no dignity. He treats them like animals. He said this time and time again, and he's seen it in his actions. But that's besides the
What
point.
are you going to do about
My solution is not conducting mass deportations. There's a number of negative externalities that occur if you were to just gut an entire group of people that make up a shadow economy that's equivalent to 5% of the U.S. labor force. That'll result in a lot of vacancies. That'll result in an increase of costs, a scarcity of supply of labor, and that's not a good thing because immigrants, even that shadow economy, tend to benefit the average person a lot more than they realize. They
Okay,
reduce the
fine.
cost of
How are you
yeah.
going to pay for all this? Who's going to pay it?
What do you mean? I don't need to pay. They're already getting paid. It's like a free thing, right? We've been exploiting
You think
these
all of
people.
these 3 million
We've been
people are working?
no, it's more than 3 million. It's a shadow economy ranging anywhere from I think it's like 8 million. That's the estimate last time I checked. But those people
It's
are
going way
being
back.
exploited. Those people are being exploited for their labor. You recognize that, right? We have been
They're exploited
we
for
have been
labor.
we have been
Meanwhile,
we have stop
Mr.
talking, man.
Mamdani wants to do $30 an hour.
Mamdani's
as a
not the
minimum wage.
president. I don't agree
No,
with the
but in New
$30
York
an hour
City,
minimum wage. That's
they
fucking
wanna raise
crazy.
$30 an hour minimum wage. So
That's his
therefore what
policy,
happens,
but
all
he can't
small
just do that
businesses
unilaterally.
bye-bye.
We need to
Oh, really?
recognize that this shadow economy is incredibly important, at least at maintaining the standard that Americans have been living and enjoying, for the last couple of decades. So the solution is not to get rid of these people; it's to keep them.
Do what?
We
So
we
how
have
do we help-
hold
so
on,
how do we
slow
help
down,
them?
slow down. Let me explain it to you. It's very complex. I can't just give you a policy solution in 2 seconds. That's not how that works. Not only can we expand our tax base when we're running up our deficits, when we're increasing the national debt, and we're looking for more revenue, that is millions of people. They'll get paid more. They'll have more mobility. They can pay for their
Take the
children's
money from
education.
the rich and give it to the poor. Right?
No,
Take it away.
it's illegal immigrants that are being paid pennies on the dollar in comparison to their legal counterparts that should be getting paid a real wage. Don't you agree with that?
But your answer is tax the rich. And
No,
help
I
them
haven't.
get
I
more
didn't
money.
mention taxing the rich.
Well, how are you going to pay for all this? How are you going to pay for all the benefits?
Their
that they get?
labor. They're not getting
No,
better.
the
What are
ones
you
that are
talking
not
about?
working. The ones that are not working, the ones that are getting a welfare check, and the ones that
What
getting
illegal
food
immigrants are
stamps
getting
and
a
medical.
welfare check?
They come here to New York. They're medically given a card with money every month on it, cash on it every month, a hotel room to live in, shelter, and they don't pay a
Didn't you
dime.
say earlier that you didn't fall victim to Republican propaganda? You're still peddling the Republican
I'm in New
propaganda.
York
That
City
governor,
under a
that governor,
Democratic
that governors like Greg Abbott were peddling that these people were receiving thousands of dollars in welfare, a free $1,000 phone, and a 5-star hotel visit. That's not true.
Oh, really?
You know what? I've been the only one that's produced evidence this entire conversation. How
No,
about you
no.
do the same?
You're not in New York. I'm speaking
They
from
don't
New
have to
York.
be in New York.
In
There's
New
reporting
York,
about this across the
They're
country.
building shelters. They're building
Now they're building
taxpayer
shelters. Wow, nice.
for rooms. Now, 1 second. Rooms.
Don't you think that's a good thing?
That's a good thing, but how are we paying for it?
Taxation? Revenue?
But more taxation. New York is already one of the most highest tax place in the world. What do you want to do? Take
And it's still
70%
the
of people's income?
no, that's crazy.
Do you know what he wants to do, Mamdani? Just to give you an idea.
He's not
Just to give you
taking
a
he's
feel.
not taking hold on, stop. He's not
He
taking
can't do
70% of
everything.
people's
He
income.
wants to raise the taxes. He's raising the
Come on,
real
dude.
estate. His latest genius idea, he wants to put parking meters in private streets, so you have to pay rent to park your car on taxes that we paid to put on the streets.
You know
These are the
parking
ideas that are
parking meter.
coming
I
up.
haven't heard of that personally, but parking meters are
Go on,
already a thing
read
in New
it.
York City. Sure, I'll
telling
check
you.
it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
There we go. I'd like to know what you think about
Zoran
that.
Mamdani parking meters.
Parking. Yeah, parking in the city.
Zoran Mamdani is considering expanding. This is according to Curbed. We'll check it out.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a fucking paywall. Is considering expanding meter and parking and implementing residential parking permits to address a $5.4 billion budget deficit and improve street management. Prospero, that's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. So
Now,
what's he saying?
hold on. Hold on.
know what this means?
Listen, Jersey and New York suffer from the similar issues. Last time I was in fucking Jersey, I couldn't find a parking spot to save my life.
No, you're not. That's the.
Because people are, hold on, you're in New York, you probably suffer from the same
no,
goddamn
no,
thing.
can I
If you
teach
can,
you
hold on,
something?
if you can
I
pay,
just quoted
wait,
you on
hold
something that
on,
you
hold
know,
on.
and
If
you're
you, hold on. If you can pay for your spot and reserve your parking spot in front of your apartment unit, that's fucking fire. I'm just gonna be
Okay,
honest.
one
That's
second.
awesome.
1 second. Parking meters are in commercial areas where you have to park, and
Yep.
so the people can flow and go around.
Yep.
If I pay taxes over here, what do I pay taxes for? For services, right? The road should go. I got to pay registration. I got to pay car insurance. I got to
Yep.
pay taxes. So everything is road sanitation. So now he wants to now rent street space that I already pay for to create, that I should pay all night. When I go to sleep, I go to night, I have to park my car. I got to pay rent every night for where I park my car in residential areas. That's what he wants to do.
Based.
I mean, is that crazy or what?
I think it's, I don't
Just
know.
think of
Hold
it.
on,
Take
slow
a
down,
second
slow
and
down.
think
I'm
about
no,
what
I'm not
you're doing.
angry. I'm smiling, dude. I'm having a good
Think of
time.
it. Does it make sense?
I don't personally love it. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Oh,
but
great. Thank
but
you.
slow down,
That's
slow
what he
down,
wants to
slow
do.
down, slow down. He's considering it. He's not gonna
Oh.
implement it.
Every day he's coming. Oh, he's really. He
Yeah.
will implement anything and anything to get what he needs. There's a big deficit.
True,
which
because of Eric Adams.
And what does he want to do? He wants to spend more money, not cut.
What?
So he came out with this idea. Of free
Wait,
grocery stores. Listen to this
wait.
one.
Man,
Listen
we
to
can't
this
have
one.
a. I already know
Free
about the
grocery
grocery stores.
stores.
It's not
There
free.
are tons of empty main grocery stores, but he wants to build a brand new
Listen,
one for $30
listen.
million.
Listen. I don't agree with that policy.
Okay, thank you. Democrat.
Yeah, I can have disagreements with politicians. It's possible, believe it or not. You don't have to be.
So take,
through
So
and through
take away the
supporter.
politicians for a second. What would be the right way to run this country? Forget about the politicians because they mess it all
We're
up.
gonna have a.
Both of them.
That's not true. That's not true. I don't agree.
They're all in it from themselves.
No,
The
I disagree.
Democrats,
You can't have that position,
how
man.
far do you want to go back that the divisiveness in the government is a party line?
No, I
The
disagree.
days of Reagan and the days where you weren't even born, where people, both sides of the aisle, helped the people of this country. It has gone away.
I recognize that. Now it's only one side trying to do the work to make people's lives better. It's the Democratic Party.
Have they done that?
Yeah, for the most part, I think
yeah,
Joe
that's
Biden did
why
a
they've
relatively good
lost.
job.
That's why they've lost.
I
They
think
continue to
I
lose.
think Americans cannot grasp the benefits of Joe Biden's policy because they don't really know it. Because Joe Biden and the Democratic Party did a terrible job communicating with the American people. If you were to
Well, yeah,
ask,
because
hold
Joe
on, slow
Biden
down,
was
bro,
in the
slow down,
basement.
slow down,
Joe Biden
slow.
was in the basement.
We can't be doing this.
That's what
Isn't it
happened.
crazy? Isn't it crazy how this entire conversation I've leveled with you? I've even conceded some points with policy. You're not leveling. You haven't changed your position an inch.
Of course, which is pro-Democrat,
The media is not pro-Democrat.
lied to the American people for 4
Oh, really?
years.
Really? I'm curious. How'd you find out that Joe Biden was no longer fit to serve public office?
I just watched him. I could watch him.
The media launched a bunch of stories. Are you serious?
The media did not. Only
Yeah, they
after
did. They
after
wrote
he got
books
kicked
about it.
out.
Are
After
you
he's
serious?
done.
Come on, man. This is
You
ridiculous.
don't get it. You just so
Maybe I don't.
hardened that you
I
yourself.
I have been a lot more. I've been a lot more open than you.
Fellow.
I've been a lot more open than you. I can be.
When you saw him on stage at a press conference, the very few that he had, was he full of capacity in 2 years into it? Did he know
I think you saw a decline of Joe Biden's capabilities through and through.
Wow, yeah. How far into his presidency did the decline happen?
I'd say year 3 onward.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it was actually
Well, we can
noticeable, like it
disagree.
was a drastic decrease from him
What
when
do
he
you think
initially
should
entered
have been
office.
done in that situation when somebody cannot take care of a president of the United States? Who ran the country instead of him? Who ran the country when he was unable? Can you tell me people who did it?
What do you mean he ran the country? There's no evidence that
He
Joe
didn't run the
Biden.
country.
What's
He
your
couldn't-
evidence for that? You have none.
No. The evidence is everything. He's been caught so many times giving them cards, what to say. He was talking
Joe
to people
Biden,
that were
no,
dead.
stop it,
He was
stop it,
talking to
no,
people that
stop
are
it,
dead at the
stop
news
it,
conference
stop
and
it,
didn't know they were alive.
stop it,
I mean, give me
stop
a break.
it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
True.
Donald Trump, explain to me, tell me, is there a clip
This
of
has
Joe?
nothing to do with Donald Trump. I'm telling you that if the Democratic
You voted for a
Party-
mentally incompetent piece of
No,
shit.
one
Like, I don't know.
second. If
Okay,
the-
you know
I'm
what?
telling you this.
I
If
won't
the
even
Dem-
mention Trump's name, I promise.
Okay, I'm not. If the Democratic Party would have had a primary and
That's
given
bullshit.
other
I
people
don't
to
accept that.
debate Kamala Harris,
They didn't have
and got a
time.
better candidate.
They didn't have
Kamala
time.
Harris
They didn't have time.
lost
They didn't
because
have
of she
time.
was.
They didn't have time.
They pushed a narrative.
They didn't have
onto
time.
the American
They didn't have
people,
time.
and the people were pissed.
I blame Joe Biden for the reason that we didn't have primaries. I think he knew. I think his advisors knew. I think people working within the Democratic Party behind closed doors knew that Joe Biden was no longer fit for president, and he should have stepped down and allowed for the new guard to take the reins of power. I recognize that. I can concede that point to you. But to act as if the Democratic Party was in any point to in any at any time they could have held a primary 107 days out from an election. That's crazy.
Why did they start pushing him out at that time?
Because
Opposed
he
to
had a
earlier?
disastrous debate performance. And Joe Biden was not being cooperative. It was only until all that social pressure mounted on his shoulders that he decided to step down. His ego got in the way.
Okay, so he concerned for himself, not the people around.
I think that was an egotistical move by Joe Biden, yes.
And you think that Kamala Harris would have been a capable president of the United States?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. Okay.
No doubt. No doubt in my mind. I
differ.
think she was capable.
Respectfully differ. I hope the country will go in the right direction either way on the next election. And
I hope so
we
too.
Get into a better place.
I hope so
really do.
too. I hope so too. I'll be fighting for you the whole every step of the way.
No, I'm fighting for everybody. I want America to be a better place. It's going down the tubes.
Hey, Wolves, how about you start enjoying the stream, sit back, relax, and over time I'll convince you. How's that sound?
Okay. Be a
All
good,
right,
my
man.
friend.
Likewise. Have an
Take care,
incredible
David.
night.
Take care.
Peace out, Bernie.
Peace.
We got the big unit. Everyone make sure you're liking and sharing the stream. Let's try and get to 10K likes. If you follow during the stream, you have to follow my main account. Might as well go follow the social medias, okay? We're doing big things, all right? But this is my second account. We're currently banned. I might not even be banned anymore, but I'll be back on my main tomorrow. How's it going? The big unit. We're all talkative in the chat. I'm assuming you support Donald Trump. Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Just hanging out, man. Kids
Okay.
just left.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, why is that?
I think the world is a safer place now than it was like a year ago. If you look at like Venezuela and what's going on in Iraq, and I just
In
think
Iran?
it's I think we're going in the right direction. I think limiting the world's leading
Sponsor of
sponsor
terror.
of
I've heard it
terrorism,
before.
I think,
Yep.
to nuclear weapons, I think it's a good idea. I think I don't like the gas thing. I hate the gas prices going up, but what are you gonna do? I think it's a trade-off, you know. So I mean, that's basically all I got to say. Things were looking good there for a while. The groceries are coming down. Everything was looking
Grocery
that stuff
prices
was
are not
daily
coming
living
down.
stuff.
That's not true.
What? I'm sorry.
We're not experiencing deflation. Prices are not going to go down. They're just going to
No,
go up
I think
slower.
I think it went to a crawl. You know, I
Okay.
think inflation had slowed to a crawl. I have to do shopping for like multiple families and stuff like that, or not families, but a bunch of people, like grocery shopping and stuff like that. So I kind of see what's going on, you know. And meat prices suck, but dairy and all that stuff came down. Egg prices, all that shit. Right now in Chicago, I'm outside Chicago. You can get eggs around here right now for 69 cents a dozen. You know, milk's pretty cheap. You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I know
I do
because of the
not
energy-
believe you're getting a dozen of eggs for 69 cents. I do not believe that.
can't- I wish I had a screenshot of it. Yeah, you can right now. There's a Butera.
Donald Trump's not
Butera,
responsible for that either. I hope you know.
Butera Finer Foods right now 99 cents at a name brand Jewel. You know, you can get them for, you know. So I mean, it's cheap. They're getting pretty cheap.
Okay, so I'm just curious. What did Donald Trump do to lower the price of eggs?
Well, the price of energy. Well, for one, I think
Stop it.
before he even got into office, the Department of Agriculture had a little powwow with all the produce producers, and they had that problem with the chickens and all that stuff they had to put down and stuff. But
Bird flu.
they got together with that, and they asked before he even got into office, because I remember looking at this and doing a little bit of research on that, and they got the poultry industry together, and they figured out what they had to do. So now, if you notice, the price of chicken and stuff came down. But the
No,
issue
definitely
is-
not. Jesus Christ.
Well, so what
I'm
do you
paying.
think? I mean,
I'm paying almost $20 for 4 chicken breasts.
That's crazy.
It's like 12 to
$2.99 at
15
Costco
bucks.
right now.
There's no way. I live in
Dollar-
Texas in a place
$1.50,
that's
right?
way smaller. There's no way. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
I live in the middle of
bum.
bumfuck nowhere in Texas, and 4 chicken breasts cost me $12 to $15. The price of meat,
Sad.
the price of meat is drastically increased, by the way, as well.
Oh, the price of meat, yeah.
Yeah,
It takes
yeah.
a long time to turn around that shit.
Donald Trump is not responsible for the decreasing in the price of eggs. And you mentioned energy. I hope you know that we just saw the largest percentage increase in the history of the BLS tracking the oil program, where they track the price of oil every single month since
I know what it is. It's
1967.
$1.02 right now for 102 right now per barrel. Right
Pretty
now. You can
expensive.
pull it up right now.
Pretty expensive.
I have it on
So
speed dial.
so act as if energy prices. You gotta stay in the app. You gotta get back in the app.
102.50 right now.
That's pretty bad.
It was up with Biden. It was at one. It peaked out at 128.
That is
So and it hung around, but it was more.
$128 fucking dollars into Joe Biden. Where?
I got to get out of the app. I'll show it to you. What was the peak
2022. It
under
peaked.
Biden?
Hold on. Slow down. 114. 114. 2022. June of 2022.
Well, it was 114
May,
more than
sorry.
102.
Hold on.
I'll give it to you. Is 114 more than 102?
Well, you recognize that those two things are happening for completely different reasons, right? One's supply
Right,
shock,
one-
and the
one
other,
is the
and the
benefit
other,
that we're
the
getting
other.
an Iran that's going to be basically neutered. We've
Iran's
already-
not being basically neutral. We're losing the war in Iran.
Well, you did, dude. That is. It sounds like you're Al Jazeera propaganda.
I'm not Al Jazeera propaganda. I
How
love
do
the
you-
United
How do
States.
you come to that conclusion? We've annihilated their navy, their air force.
Here it comes. Who said that?
Most of their ground stuff. How do you come to that conclusion?
If I'm Al Jazeera
They're
propaganda, you're the
suffocating
Trump
under their own
administration
weight.
propaganda. If that's the case, then why are we bending at every single request when it comes to the negotiations that are currently being held? The Trump administration is
We don't-
desperate for an off-ramp.
I'll tell
I have
you
a
why.
question for you. I have a question for you. What is a single concession that Iran has made to the United States since the negotiations started not too long ago following the ceasefire?
Nothing.
And how many concessions have we made? We were okay for the ceasefire. We were okay with them like continuing to govern the Strait of Hormuz and charge toll fees, enriching Iran. We've relaxed sanctions. We've relaxed sanctions. We quite literally have only made the situation worse.
You
reckon-
completely 100%.
13
disagree
service
with
members have died. Thousands of people are dead. Hundreds of service members injured. The price of it has completely destabilized the global economy. I'm just really curious to know, in what world are we winning?
that. I'll tell you what world. Number one, whatever happened? How come you guys never bitched about the 40,000 people that they killed of their own people for demonstrating in the streets? Why do you never even recognize that? That was okay to you? That was fine, right?
No.
Okay, so what do you expect to do? What do you think? What would be a good? What would
You
be
recognize
good?
how that didn't address what I just said, right?
Go ahead. Tell me how that.
You're not telling me how we're winning the war.
We're winning the war because we decimated.
We
We sent
deci-
them back. We
You
decimated
can't. No, stop it.
their
Stop it.
military.
You can't say that their military is decimated when they are quite literally dragging us around on a fucking leash when it comes to these negotiations.
Dude, they've got inflatable boats. They're pirates right now.
No, the vessels to control the strait are still intact. They're okay.
Absolutely not. They're just chicken
They're
shit.
seizing
People are just
vessels
chicken
all
shit.
the.
You
Bro,
can't
give me
insure
a.
ship that
You're
goes
saying
through there right
that the sailors are
years, they won't
cowards?
even
That's
get
the
faster
issue.
because they're already building
That the
pipelines
sailors
gonna
that the
bypass it.
sailors are cowards? That's what you're saying? Really?
No, are you kidding? They're gonna blow that ship. Do you think
Come on,
some
man.
little inflatable boat is taking over one of our
Bro.
battleships? Do you really think that?
I never said
Is that where
that.
you're coming from?
I
Do
don't
you
doubt
think
that the United
naval
States.
power,
I don't doubt
America's
that.
might and naval
You see,
power is
you
afraid
see
of
how
some
you see how
fucking
you see
inflatable
you
boat?
see you see
Some
you
little
see
intact inflatable boat.
Let me know when
with a
you're done.
frickin- Are you serious?
you
Is that
see
when
how
you think they're winning? Does it feel like they're winning?
it feels like they're winning. Yeah,
Oh my God! They have nothing. They're being crushed under their
That's
own
not
weight.
true.
They're losing $500 million a day. They're not going to be able to pay their people. They're already starting to revolt.
wait. I
They
think
have
I'm
no-
curious.
they
Yeah,
can't-
you just
they
made a
can't feed
mistake.
Their proxies.
You just made a
They
mistake.
Can't feed their proxies.
You just
They
made a
can't
mistake.
Feed anybody.
You just made a mistake.
What?
If Iran is you believe that Iran is a theocracy, right? That oppresses its people. You mentioned the like insane death toll from the which by the way Donald Trump contributed to. That's a conversation for another day because he tweeted out that they should revolt. And they did this under the assumption that U.S. assistance was near. That's not the case. They haven't even empowered dissident groups, by the way. So that's, again, let's just ignore that.
You mean the Houthis? and
You
the-
think why would the
All
Houthi
those
the
proxy
Houthis
groups
are
are
in
saying
Yemen?
that
Why would the United States give money to the Houthis in Yemen? That's a completely different country.
the United States doesn't
I
give
just
money to them.
you need to stop interrupting.
Obama
You're not
did
listening.
when
You're
he
not
gave them
listening.
Billions of
You're not.
dollars in cash on a pallet in the middle of the night on
The
some
the J.
unmarked plane.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. Stop talking. So, I hope you know that if Iran is struggling, it's going to be the people struggling. It's not going to be the IRGC. It's not going to be the Ayatollah. It's not going to be the Guardian Council. It's going to be the people who have already been suffering at the hand of this abusive, oppressive, disgusting regime that I deposed myself. When Ayatollah Khomeini, died, there was no tears shed on my side. That guy was a piece of shit.
We agree. I'll agree
Yeah,
with you.
but I hope you know that the people struggling doesn't mean that the Iranian government is struggling because they don't care about their people. So this
You're
idea that,
absolutely
they're losing money, that's not true. That's not true. They're benefiting.
happens is
They're
when you-
governing the Strait of Hormuz. So you have not been able to tell me how we are
They're
winning
not
this
governing,
war.
They're pirating. They've been reduced to.
You are
pirates.
not Stop it. Stop it. You are not telling me
They
how.
have no
You are not
military
telling.
power.
You are not telling. That's not true. You are not telling me how we're losing. How we're winning this war.
Like I said,
We're not.
We've sent them back dozens of years, an entire generation of everything they built up, the billions of dollars they put into their infrastructure, their military infrastructure is gone. We've blown it all up.
Really.
We're starting from square one.
They're so fucked up. They're so fucked up that we are incapable of getting them to the table.
Yes,
That's how-
they're so
real-
fucked up. We can fly over Tehran right now, and they can't do shit.
They are so
That sounds
fucked
like
up
winning to me, dude.
that stop it. If they're waving the white flag, surrendering, why the fuck are they controlling us when it comes to the negotiations? Why are they still controlling the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, I think it's I mean,
Can't answer the
honestly,
question.
You really don't want to go after the 80%. They're people. So I mean, we're trying to have a little bit of. I would say we're trying to.
We're
have
going
no
after the
mercy.
people. Give me a break. We're not giving them any mercy. Pete Hegseth himself, speaking of mercy, said no quarter, no mercy. That's a war crime, by
I
the
mean,
way.
he's talking about the regime.
That's a war
He's not
crime.
talking about the people.
Oh,
He's
really?
talking about the regime.
Really? He made that clear? Mark Kelly pressed him on
and
it
that's how
today.
you gotta talk to
Mark
those
Kelly,
people.
no,
The
hell
regime-
no, definitely not. Mark Kelly
talking
made it
about
clear.
people that'll just
Mark
sit-
Kelly
sit
pressed
and look
him
at you and
today.
lie. They're
But
not
you
gonna-
mentioned that we want to be merciful. We're not being merciful.
To the
Donald Trump, stop it. Donald Trump,
differentiate between the two.
stop talking. Donald Trump is threatening a genocide. He said he was going to wipe out 93 million people in one night. He said that he wanted to do power plant and fucking bridge day. That's a war crime. We've already struck bridges. We've already struck hospitals. We've already struck aid warehouses. We've already struck commercial and civilian infrastructure. We've struck fucking schools, for crying out loud. Children have died at the hands of the United States. We are not concerned with the health and well-being of the citizens of Iran. Donald Trump, when asked, said that the citizens want us to bomb them. They're begging for strikes in cities like Tehran. That's crazy. He said that God is on our side. If that is not blasphemy, I have no clue what the fuck is. It's just so crazy to me how now you're saying, oh, we're holding negotiations, not because we're losing, not because there's something to lose here. We're dominating. We're destroying their military. We're just trying to be merciful. The administration has been everything but merciful. They've been ruthless.
Merciful to the people of Iran.
I already addressed
People
that
that
question.
want
You just
them.
repeated the same question. Sorry, the answer.
No, it's not. It's
You
not.
repeated the exact same
you're not
answer.
differentiating between the two. You're just
Donald
not.
Trump is not. I gave you a number of examples of things that we've done that are hurting the people, that are war crimes, and you're just going to repeat the same answer. You're not addressing my points.
Here's what I'm
You're not
telling
budging.
You. I'm telling you, if you give these people a nuclear weapon, they're going to use it.
What evidence did you have that
And
Iran
that's
was
what you're
engaging?
advocating.
What evidence? That's not true. Stop trying to shift the goalposts, but I'll entertain you for 5 seconds because I know you don't have any evidence of this claim. What evidence do you have?
They admitted it.
Stop talking. What evidence
said
do
at
you?
11
That's
at
not
11,
true.
they had enough for
No,
11.
no.
They were at
What
70 and they could've
what
gone to
evidence?
90.
What evidence do you have that Iran was engaging the production of a nuclear weapon in the lead up to this conflict?
They admitted it.
Nope.
I'll tell you. Okay, so how about this? So we took them out last summer. They flew that mission over and they blew up.
That's
that-
not helping your
whatever.
case.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
And what
not.
did they do?
Midnight
What
Operation
was the
Midnight Hammer
response to
last
that?
year in June is not helping your case.
What was the response to that?
What do you mean?
What was Iran's response to us taking out their mountain?
Not engaging the production of a nuclear weapon.
Exactly. We know what happened is they started immediately to
No.
try to enrich again. And
The
what-
D-
what
I
was
hope you
one of their
know-
negotiation tactics?
I hope you know
They said,
you're
something?
relying on
We'll
no
supply you
intelligence
with
when you say
all the
this.
nuclear,
You're relying on
that
no
you need for-
intelligence when you say this.
What are you talking about?
Who are you citing? Are you citing the DNI? Are you citing their annual threat assessment? Are you citing the IAEA? Who are you citing when you say this? Nobody.
I got to look it up. I
Yeah,
have to
you
go
don't. The answer is you don't know. You have no evidence for that claim.
You have no evidence?
The direct. I do.
This is a.
I do. I
they're-
do.
They're
I do.
terrorists,
And I can
man.
tell
What do
you.
you think they do?
Now you're just changing up the topic. I'm not doing this.
I'm not. That's not the topic.
The
It's
director
point.
of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, in front of Congress, purposefully omitted a statement saying that Iran was not engaging in the production of a nuclear weapon and said that they were not an imminent threat. And as a matter of fact, she's not in a position to make that determination. It's the president. Donald Trump, March 4th, in a closed-door meeting with the leaders of Congress, said that in 2 weeks, if we didn't attack in 2 weeks, Iran would have had a nuclear weapon. The international agency that oversees the production and their capacity, their capabilities, does not support that claim. The Director of National Intelligence does not support that claim. Military intelligence does not support that claim. The international community does not support that claim. I need you to tell me how Iran posed an imminent threat or they were engaging in the production of a nuclear weapon.
40-something years. They've been
Stop
chanting
it.
death to America forever.
Stop
For
it.
40 years.
Stop it. That's not an answer.
Okay. Just take them for face value. The problem is they're at
No,
war
I'm not
with
taking
us,
them for
we
face
weren't-
value.
we
I'm
didn't
citing
do anything
intelligence.
about
We're
it.
they're not at war with us. We're at war with them. We
Did
engage in the conflict, sir.
Did you even know
We
what
launched the
Hillary
war.
said and what
We launched the
Kamala
war.
said?
You're not addressing what I'm saying. You're
Here,
shifting the
I'm gonna send you a
goalposts.
link. I'm
No.
going to send you a link.
You
what
need to
Kamala
engage with what I'm
said
saying.
and, you know,
What, she said that she said that Iran was a threat? No, stop it. Stop it. This is
They're
embarrassing.
So hypocritical. Here,
This is embarrassing.
I'm going to send a link. Everybody click on this. Or you can just go on YouTube and look what Hillary said. The exact same shit that we just had the balls to do. The last 8 administrations didn't have the balls to do it.
Actually, the last couple of administrations were smarter. I think you don't know what you're talking about. That's the sad truth.
Reach across and slit your fucking throat.
I think that's disgusting. But second of
you
all,
would.
I think you don't know what you're talking about, and you're getting upset, and that's why you don't want to address what I'm saying. I'd expect more from you.
Yeah,
You
I'm
seem to
gonna
be
send you a link.
you seem to be
You can
older than me.
click on it
You don't stop
all
talking.
want.
So
Let's see what we
So I hope
got.
you know, you mentioned the last couple of administrations and their conduct. The last couple of administrations were smarter than the Trump administration. They didn't go to war blindly.
No,
They didn't
had
go to
no
war.
balls.
No, they engaged in coercive diplomacy. It's not like Obama was scared to go to conflict. You remember Libya?
Yeah, he was. He wanted to bribe them.
Bribe them? Wait, wait, how did we get Iran to the table with the JCPOA?
Bribe? I don't know. It wasn't. Was it pallets of cash?
Sanctions
Right.
that
and what are we doing
crippled
now?
them. What are we doing now? Donald Trump got rid of that agreement that put them in a spot where they had
Because they weren't
to.
adhering to it.
What's your evidence for that? Have none.
They
You're
admitted it.
no, that's not true. You're full of shit. You're just making things up on the spot. Could you imagine being that bent over backwards for a fucking president that does not give a shit about you or the people you care for? Could you imagine that on the spot, without even knowing the answer to the question, you make some shit up on the fly? Are you kidding me? That's embarrassing, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Says-
no,
says the
seriously,
party
that's
that let
embarrassing.
170,000
That's embarrassing.
kids get away with-
That's
they don't
embarrassing.
even keep track of
That
them.
that is so embarrassing that you don't even know what is it that I'm talking about, yet you're going to make up something to cover Donald Trump's ass? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. I think he's doing a great
No,
job.
no, I know you're not kidding me. You're being dead ass serious, but I'm shocked. I can't believe that a grown man is
I
really
have
going to
a
sit
challenge
here
for you.
and totally justify and run cover for an administration that has done nothing but hurt America. There are 13 service members that
that's
are
the exact
dead, that
opposite.
will never see their family members, people whose lives are changed because of the damage they received, the injuries that they who knows might succumb to, and there are more people at risk. And all you're sitting here is telling me that oh, you're gonna run cover. That's fucking bullshit. That's infuriating. The lives
kidding
of
me?
your fellow
You know
Americans
how much
are at
damage
risk. They're at.
Open border has
You
done
can't
to
even
America?
do it. You can't even fucking do it. You're just gonna regurgitate propaganda. That's old fucking news. Donald Trump says the border's closed, right? What's the problem now? If damage is done in the past, that doesn't justify damage from happening in the future. That's bullshit. Give me a break. 12 million people did not come in under the 4 years of Joe Biden. We're not moving away from this. I'm not.
Loyola student that was killed.
I love that you. I love that you mentioned that. I love that. No, I love that you mentioned that. I love that you mentioned that. What's the name of that illegal immigrant? You don't even fucking know.
what's his name?
You're wielding that poor 19-year-old.
Medina.
You just found out because you fucking searched it up. What country is he from?
I didn't search it up. I had it on my phone.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue. So you are wielding
Jose
that
Medina.
poor 19-year-old girl's death as a means to justify disgusting, unjustifiable shit. Jose Medina was sent to Chicago against his wishes after calling for voluntary removal to another country. And Greg Abbott,
He crossed
you don't know
over
what you're talking
illegally.
about. You don't know what you're talking about. Jose Medina did not cross over illegally, sir.
He did. It's reported on Channel 9 News.
Jose Medina asked for
He should have been
removal.
deported a long time ago.
He was asking for removal, you fucking idiot. You're not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. But he was sent to Chicago against his wishes by Greg Abbott, a man with the mental competency of a fucking 5-year-old, was sent to Chicago against his wishes with no access to legal counsel, with no access to family. It's so fucking infuriating that you're using the death of a 19-year-old girl, you piece of shit, as a means to justify the unjustifiable, to run away from holding the administration accountable. I find that fucking disgusting. You know that? That's fucking gross. Jose Medina sustained an injury to the head after being fucking shot. That man has the mental competency of a fucking toddler, and he was sent off to another state, to another city against his will, and you know nothing about it. You just saw that. I'm not fucking defending shit. Shut the fuck up. You are defending. Sorry, I am crashing out. This is despicable conduct. You're laughing. You find the death of a 19-year-old college student fucking funny, you piece of shit? You find that fucking funny?
I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, well, I don't find this fucking funny. I don't know about you, but I think this is disgusting. Sheridan Gorman, now you're moving away to ICE. You're moving away to ICE. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. You are so depressing. You know that? You're so depressing.
Democrats, dude.
You can't, bro. All your responses, by the way, have consisted of Democrats.
The Democrats are
You have no response. Greg Abbott is responsible for the death of Sheridan Gorman, and you don't want to acknowledge that shit because you didn't even fucking know it. You saw that a poor shut the fuck up. You saw that a poor white girl fucking died at the hands of a brown illegal immigrant, and you ran with it because you're disgusting. Because the truth does not matter to you. What matters to you is that your narrative can continue to be peddled and you can continue to run cover for a disgusting administration that doesn't care about Americans, that's putting Americans fucking last. I find that disgusting. The fuck out of here. That's so annoying. I haven't had the chance to talk about Sheridan Gorman because there hasn't been somebody with the balls to wield that girl's name as a cudgel to justify generalizing millions of innocent people living in our country. It's fucking gross, bro. The fuck out of here. Get off my fucking stream. Jesus Christ, bro. Well, you know what? Because you guys, I think everybody needs evidence because nobody fucking saw this shit. Jose Medina. They didn't even know the fucking school that this fucking girl went to, bro. You fucking piece of shit, dude. She was 18. She wasn't even fucking 19. Gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Let me bring up the fucking article. It's so disgusting. So this is the guy. I don't know if you see this fucking absolute canyon in his fucking cranium. That's from getting shot in the head. By the way. Yeah. They sent a mentally unstable man who asked for removal. Voluntary removal. The easiest form of deportation, by the way. Easiest. Against his wishes to Chicago. And he murdered a poor, innocent fucking girl. Because Greg Abbott decided to wield a humanitarian crisis as a political fucking weapon. So you can find out. Let's find out his fucking history. Here we go. Medina wound up in Chicago in 2023 after reaching the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas and being detained here. Although requested to be deported back to Colombia, officials in Texas bust him to Chicago. Greg Abbott, the Republican fucking governor, by the way. I never want to hear that the Republican Party or these pieces of shit that even after all this stuff are still deciding to run cover for this disgusting administration. I never want to hear them speak about American politics, about humanity, about anything. Again, you waived your right. You waived your fucking right. And now he's bringing up Lincoln Riley. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. Someone is triggered? Yeah, I am triggered. I don't know about you, but the death of innocent people and mismanagement and weaponizing humanitarian crises, that makes me upset. I don't know about you. Nice. The Republican Party is not upset when bad things happen. Not fucking surprised. I know. Not fucking surprising at all. Jesus fucking Christ, man. And now you see how they're all saying vote red in the comment section, or Republicans, or Trump train baby. I hope you know the guest box is fucking empty. The guest box is empty. Like, it's a desert in the guest box right now. And the Democrats are empty. Got them. Dude, you people are cowards. Holy shit. You got nothing. You got nothing. Jesus Christ. It's so crazy. You guys have nothing. I'd be scared to defend a PDF too. Hey, brother. Say Lincoln Riley. But first of all, you didn't even spell the fucking poor girl's name right. Jesus Christ. You've dragged her through the... this is a perfect example of the game of fucking telephone. Her name has been dragged through the mud so many goddamn times that dumb fucks like Jonathan Wicks can't even fucking spell it right. Isn't that funny? Lincoln Riley? Got him. Nice one. Wow, Jesus Christ. Really honoring the legacy of Lincoln Riley. Jesus Christ. Is it going to be a decent civilized convo? Yeah, for sure. If you don't do the same thing as the fucking big unit. No one gave you that nickname, bro. No one gave you that nickname. I just want to let you know. Nobody gave you that nickname. Your mom? Bro. I'm done. Who the fuck is a Democrat leader? You see how that's not a response to any of the points I've made throughout this entire conversation of how with that fucking idiot? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? They have nothing, by the way. It's like really bad. It's that fucking bad, dude. It's embarrassing. The Republican Party's in shambles. Being Blaga is wild. Lock in, bro. Being MAGA in general. It has nothing to do with fucking race. Just being MAGA in general. Fucking hell. You're finished. You are finished. It's a good thing you're practicing UFC. Why is it a good thing, bro? I'm not practicing UFC. It's actually called MMA, and I didn't do MMA. I did fucking Muay Thai. So, Jesus Christ. Lock in, bro. Both parties are in shambles? No, I disagree. I disagree. Okay, I've cooled down. Listen, to those of you that enjoyed the stream so far, to those of you that agree with me, I'm currently streaming on my second account. I tour the country with the Unfuck America tour. We're working on some big shit. We're not done. I am fighting for you every step of the fucking way, from here to midterms, and from midterms to the 2020 election, and every single breath I take will be done in the pursuit of making America a better place. You can fucking count on that. You can count on that. Okay? So, listen. I'm currently streaming on my second account. If you want to continue watching me, I stream on my main. In my main, there's a link tree for everything, okay? So, lock in. Follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. List goes on and on. TikTok, both accounts. So you can come with me, join me in this fucking journey to making America a better fucking place. Okay? I love you all. We're not done yet. We might be soon, though, because we're not getting any guests. UFC is gymnastics. You practice moves and everything. That's all. It doesn't make you strong. Bro, what are we even talking about, bro? You just defended division in this country? No, I did not. I know Chloe asked something. So generalizations surrounding the party itself are MAGA. Representatives, I can comfortably say that. The Republican Party as it stands, the members of Congress are feckless, and they're destroying our country. They're bad for America. The RNC is bad for America. Donald Trump is bad for America. His cabinet is bad for America. Are you paying $110 for UFC 6? Fuck no. Until I see gameplay. Fuck no. Had me thinking you're getting off now? No, I'll be on for like another 15 minutes. I'll just talk to the chat. Democrats are just better people. We love our country. Amen, brother. I wouldn't say better people. I think that there's a lot of Republicans who fell victim to said propaganda. Listen, there's only so much research you can do. I'm just being honest. Don't get me fucking wrong. I love being divisive. I love being upset because I'm incredibly passionate. It's a good way of releasing stress. But if you're an average person who is not politically inclined, who does not do the work, it is incredibly easy to fall victim to that propaganda, to that social media machine that has been spreading misinformation and fucking lies, putting you against your fellow American. Well, I think it's wrong that you voted for Donald Trump, and I think that's something that should be condemned and you should be held accountable. I think you should understand what you did wrong, and hopefully in the future you change your outlook and your approach to American politics. I don't think you're a bad person. I think you'd be forgiven, believe it or not. As a radical left Democrat lunatic, I have faith in you. I have faith that you'll make the right decision come the midterms, that you'll make the right decision come 2028, and so forth. The American people are great, and I have a lot of faith. If I didn't have faith in the American people or our ability to get us out of this fucking hole that we're in right now, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing this every single day, spending my time when I could be working a job, when I could be trying to get an internship, when I could be doing so many other things that probably benefit me in my personal life. I value America. I love this country. I love the world. I love everybody. There's so much I want to do. And it starts fucking here, liberal. So run for Congress not anytime soon, bro. I'm 19. Lock in. Be forgiven for exercising your rights, for making the wrong decision. I don't criticize you for voting. The Republican Party and the Trump administrations are the ones that don't like it when you vote. You're 19? Yeah. I'm be 20 in a month, though, so I guess I'm 20 years old. I can forgive the right. I can forgive under the right circumstances, sure. Damn props, man. Thank you, liberal. Thank you, Luncha. You know. Thank you. You know, it's great. You know. We do so many great things on here. Such great work. My first election was 2016. I live in hell, bro. That must fucking suck. You're 20 at 8 months, according to MAGA. What's the joke? I'm confused. 20 years old, loudmouth that doesn't have a damn clue what's going on. You recognize that if I was such an idiot, if I was so incompetent, you wouldn't have thought twice. You'd have requested a long time ago. You've been watching the stream for more than half an hour now, but you haven't. And it's for a reason. And you'll be living in a fucking insane asylum that is your home and your day-to-day life, that fictitious reality that you decide to accept as being true. When you know it's wrong, you'll continue to live in that fucking reality until you accept that truth, that you are wrong. And sadly, I do know more than you. It's just the truth. And that's okay. Doesn't make me a genius. Doesn't make me a know-it-all. Doesn't make me an egotistical dickhead. I've been doing a lot of research on this as of late. It's my fucking job, essentially. So I need you to know that I'm not a genius. My intelligence is greatly inflated just because I talk to people that don't know as much as I do. And I got faith in you, liberal. I got faith in you, James. Lock in, rattlesnake. Lock in, bro. Tap in. Listen, liberal. Oh, 20 years, 8 months because of abortion. Oh, liberal. Amen. Amen. I'm assuming that's the case. Yeah, that's definitely the reason. Bruh, that is a really good joke. My life started 20 years and 8 months ago. Bruh, I knew it for real. My bad. My bad. Of course I wouldn't recognize that. I don't believe it. Tell us how you're going to fix this country, bro. I can't do this alone. It's so funny. I know that you don't have that same standard for all the MAGA pundits that you watch on a regular basis, like Nick Fuentes, like Tucker Carlson, like James Fishback, who's now running for governor. You don't hold them to these fucking standards like they're going to fix the entire country in 5 minutes and I'll be able to explain that to you in even a shorter period of time. It's just so odd. So just because I'm right, or let's say I'm saying I'm right, that means that I don't have every single solution to every single problem in the country? Are you fucking serious? That's what that means? Come on, bro. You can just accept you're wrong. Is this your backup? Yeah, it's my backup. Do you think we take the Senate? Likely. White David's right. I thought he was left, bro. Lock in. I don't watch any of that shit. I have a damn job, dude, and my family to take care of. I don't spend my... Well, you should. You should, because you're making the wrong fucking decision at the expense of your family. Your family's affected by American politics. So it's your responsibility, as I'm assuming a father and a husband, to do right by your wife, your significant other, to do right by your children, to do right by your colleagues at work, to do right by your fucking boss, to do right by your community. And that's exactly why your civic duty is not a fucking privilege. It's a duty. It's your responsibility. So I don't consider that to be a worthy excuse. Everybody has a personal life. None of my family are liberals. Doesn't fucking matter. It don't matter. Their political affiliation doesn't matter. You think I care? I don't care about you. You fucking disagree with me. You probably hate me. Yeah, I want to ensure that you don't live in a country that's a shithole. Doesn't matter what you think. Everybody's equal. Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves a hand to get by, to get ahead. My mother's the only one and she's batshit crazy that no one talks to. Don't matter. Fighting for your mother as well. Queen. Do this for everybody. Do this for everybody, liberal. What happened today apart from our relationship with Germany calmed to bits? Should be ashamed to talk about your mom like that? Hey, you never know. Maybe the mom did something. Cut him some slack. It seems like he's a pretty tough relationship with his mom. I can't imagine. Trump said Iran is going to get it, whatever it means. What's Truth Social looking like? That'll be the last thing we do before we head out for the night. Truth Social. Donald J. Trump. Hello, Mr. President. I guess I can't play videos. He's doing a lot of tweeting for the Indiana elections. Holy shit. He's going crazy. Yeah. Hello, America. This is your president speaking. You know? Holy shit. Wait a minute. Bro, tell me, bro. Do you notice a pattern? Fucking hell. It's a fucking avalanche, bro. It's an avalanche. Get down! It's a snowstorm! It's a fucking snowstorm in there, brother! Holy shit! Bro, where is this being shot, bro? I'm never going to that state in my life. Realistically, that's the opposite I'm going to do. I'm probably going to fucking go there. But thank you so much, John. Holy shit, bro. It's a fucking snowstorm up in there, bro. Fucking hell. What's the most recent thing you posted? Hold on. Restricted? What the fuck? Oh, unoriginal content? Ooh, they kind of got me on that one. Uh-oh. 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 They kind of got me. That's a reasonable charge.
We're in a war because I think you would agree we cannot let lunatics have a nuclear weapon. Do you agree?
Fuck me, we made the mistake. Donald Trump has a nuclear weapon. Shit. We already did it. No. Uh-oh, America. We made such a mistake. Yeah. We gave Donald Trump a nuclear weapon. And there's it's two N-words, you know. There's two N-words. And it's the N-word that I say a lot, you know. I say it all the time. I said it all the time to Jasmine Krakatoa. And there's the nuclear bomb. I don't say that one. That one's really big. And they gave me one, you know. The American people, they gave me the nuclear bomb. And it's such a great bomb. It's the greatest bomb we've ever seen in American history, you know. Trump claimed tonight that Cuba will be taken over almost immediately. Bro, I highly doubt that we're launching an offensive into Cuba while at war with Iran. If we do that, it's going to be fucking crazy. Holy shit. Why does he look mad that people are cheering? I'm trying to attack you. Be quiet. What the fuck? Well, similar to what he just said, where we cannot allow lunatics to have a nuclear weapon. To answer your question, or sorry, your point, RTP. That doesn't necessarily, what he says to the public isn't what he thinks internally. I think it's clear that this is just an attempt to try and ease tensions, try and reassure his voters in the lead up to the midterms. There can't be losses on the MAGA side. So, I don't know. I highly doubt that we'll launch an offensive into Cuba. If we do, that'd be fucking crazy. Is that a record-breaking number of illegal conflicts in the span of 1 year? Has to be, right? All we do is break records under Trump, bro. What the fuck is he doing? Is he leaving?
Because if you read the fake polls and things, it says, well, it's only a 20% or 25%. It's nonsense.
Bro, if it doesn't align with him, if it's not in support of him, it's a fake fucking poll, and that's on God, bro. Amen, brother. Amen. Listen, guys, it's been real. To the 44 of you that followed, I want to continue seeing you on every single stream that I do. I'm on every single day at 6 p.m. We're going to have an earlier stream tomorrow because I'm going to be busy at that time. And we'll be on the main account. We'll be back on the main account. So I can't wait to see all of you there. I'll be sure to announce it as well. We're going to be calling it quits for tonight, liberal. Make sure you like all my content. Go repost all the shit. Go donate to the Unfuck America tour. Keep on doing the work. We're doing all the fucking work. If you want to collab with me, let me fucking know. If you got some cooking up, if you want me to show up somewhere, I'll fucking be there. But yeah, make sure you go follow the main account. The main account is in the bio of this account. Everyone stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't kill yourself. Don't break the law. Eat healthy. Sleep even better. Overachieve at school. Overachieve at work. I'll see you liberals tomorrow. Stay safe. In the meantime, between time, liberal. 5 seconds for the delay for the radical left that have shit internet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. And we're done with TikTok. Now for the bitches on YouTube alert. How many people are on fucking YouTube today? I'm curious. Hold on. How many views on YouTube? If it's more than 2, we will rejoice. America. 7 radical leftists watching on YouTube. I fucking love every single one of you guys. Stay safe. Should be rolling out some content soon. I can't tell you when exactly, but for now, we do have 2 videos up on the channel. A lot of shorts as well. Mainly UFA content. I'm trying to do some long form stuff, but first I want to upgrade the setup so it looks a lot more professional. But until then, I'll catch you liberals later. Make sure you go watch the radical left. You already know. IRI. Go watch Brian. Go watch Destiny. Go watch Adam Khan. Go watch Adam Mockler. Go do your fucking thing. Go support everybody. Make this shit big. Love you all so much. Stay safe. 5 seconds for delay on YouTube. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace.